So you're going to plug in 105 in place of A. So here in these parentheses, so now we have 85 equals 194 minus 105. Well, now we need to see what 194 minus 105 is. So you can go to the side and you can actually subtract. 4 minus 5, we need to borrow. So the 9 becomes an 8 and the 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. 8 minus 0 is 8. 1 minus 1 is 0. So we have 89. All right, so 194 minus 105 is 89. On this side of the equation, we had 85. Does 85 equal 89? No, 85 does not equal 89, so your answer is no. 105 is not a solution for the variable A because it does not make this equation true. All right, let's look at another one. Let's look at number 6. The problem says 78 divided by n equals 13, and here they want you to use n equals 5. So 78, we're just rewriting the equation, and in place of n, we're going to put parentheses and bring everything down. So in the parentheses, we're going to put what it tells us to put for n, which is 5. Now, we have 78 divided by 5 equals 13. Well, let's see. We've got to put 5 on the outside and 78 on the inside. And we'll actually do the math that way. 5 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. And then we're going to subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2. We then have to bring down the 8. 5 into 28. That goes 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. And then we need to subtract. We get a 3. You add a decimal and a decimal, add a 0, and bring the 0 down. 5 into 30 goes 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30, and there we go. So 78 divided by 5 is 15.6. Does that equal 13? No, it doesn't. So therefore we know the answer is no, and the value of 5 in place of n does not make this equation true. So therefore 5 is not a solution for this equation. Now, let's go down to number 8, and let's look at the directions for number 8. They say, determine whether the given value of the variable is a solution. So we're continuing on with these type problems. This time the equation is W plus 19 equals 49. And in this case, they want us to use 30 in place of W. All right, so where we see a W, we're going to put parentheses, and we're just going to bring everything down in the equation that they give us. In place of the W, in the parentheses, we're going to put 30. 30 plus 19, if you're unsure, you can go over to the side. 30 plus 19, that will give us 49. 49 on this side equals, well, they told us 49 was on the other side. Yes, 49 equals 49. So, yes, is our answer here. We can say that 30 is a solution to this problem. Let's do another one. Let's look at number 10. Number 10 says G plus 34 equals 91. And in place of G, they're telling us to put 67. So we're going to put parentheses where the G is, bring everything down. And inside the parentheses, we're going to put 67. 67 plus 34, we can go over to the side of our paper. 67 plus 34, and we're going to add that together. 7 plus 4, that's 11. Put down your 1, carry your 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 3 is 10. So we have 101 equals, on this side we had 91. Does 101 equal 91? No. So therefore we know that 67 is not a solution for this equation. Let's do another one. Let's do number 16. Number 16 says 80 divided by B equals 20. And in this case, they're telling us that B equals 4. So we're going to rewrite the equation that they give us and use parentheses in place of the variable. Inside the parentheses, we're going to put the 4. 80 divided by 4 equals 20. Well, let's see. All right, we have a 4 on the outside and 80 on the inside. 4 goes into 8 how many times? 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract. Bring down the 0. 4 goes into 0. 0 times 4 is 0. Subtract. And our answer is 20. 20 equals 20. Is that true? Yes, it is. So we can say the answer to this is yes, because the solution 4 makes this equation true. Let's look at number 20. Number 20 is a little bit different because it's a word problem. Let's read it together. Money. Kent earns $6 per hour at his after-school job. 1 week, he worked 12 hours and received a paycheck for $66. Determine if Kent was paid the correct amount. Hint, $6 times the number of hours he works will give you the total pay. So, they're wanting us to see if $6 an hour times how many hours did Kent work? It says he worked 12 hours. So $6 times 12 hours, it says he was paid $66. They're wanting to know if Kent was paid the correct amount. Let's see. What is 6 times 12? If you're not sure, you can go to the side of your paper and do 12 times 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Put down the 2. Carry the 1. 6 times 1 is 6 and 1 is 7. So 6 times 12 is 72. Does 72 equal 66? No, it doesn't. So the question asks, determine if Kent was paid the correct amount of money. No, he was not paid correctly. All right, let's look at another before we go on. Turn back in your books to page 67. On page 67, I want you to look at example number 2. Life science application. One science book states that a male giraffe can grow to be 19 feet tall. According to another book, a male giraffe may grow to 228 inches. Determine if these two measurements are equal. Okay, so what they want to know is they want to know if these two measurements are equal. The first part of the information tells us that a male giraffe can grow to be 19 feet tall. Another says that a male giraffe can grow to 228 inches. One is in feet and one is in inches. So let's think back. How many inches are in a foot? Well, we know that 12 inches are in a foot. So we have to multiply 12 times the number of feet in order to convert that to inches. So we're going to say, okay, 12 times 19. 12 inches are in a foot. The giraffe is 19 feet tall. Does that equal, so we need to put an equal sign, does that equal 228 inches? Well, let's see. 12 times 19. Let's go over to the side and multiply this out. 9 times 2 is 18. Put down the 8, carry the 1. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Remember, we have to have a placeholder. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. We're going to add these two together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 0 plus 2 is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. So, our answer is 228. Does 228 equal 228? Yes, it does. So, because those two are equal, 19 feet is equal to 228 inches. So the question asks, determine if these two measurements are equal. Our answer is yes. So sometimes you will have an equation given to you, and sometimes you will have a word problem in which you have to see if the answer is a solution. So this is all the information I want you to know over Lesson 2.4 entitled Equations and Their Solutions.